Hello, welcome to the first class. Today we are going to be doing working with pattern paper backgrounds. Okay, so I will have this video where I create at least one layout using the pattern paper. I will have a second video I've decided where I'm going to show some samples of some pages I've made with pattern paper, different techniques and tricks on how to use that paper. So for this one though, we are going to just start out and we are going to make a layout using a sheet of pattern paper from our kit. So this is my kit. I'm just gonna go through here. Now, I haven't planned anything out. I'm just gonna go with the flow here because that's what you're gonna be doing. You're not gonna plan anything out unless you excuse me, are big on planning, but I'm just gonna go with the flow here. This is like candid 100%. So I have a couple of pattern papers here, and I am just going to decide which one I'm going to use. Now I'm going to go for a really crazy bold one and show you how to make that work with your layout. So I am going to pull, I think I'm going to work with, I've loved this paper. I've had this forever. This is the Cosmo Cricut Upcycle paper. I really hope I'm in camera here. And I love this paper. I love this background, but I've never known what to do with it. Cutting it up to me is tragic. I mean, how do I cut it? I mean, I could cut it on the scallops and make that work, but I am going to use as is with this picture, which is a challenge to me because this picture is a lot of browns and yellows. So I think that I can make it work on this paper. So that's that. I'm going to use that paper. And I need something a little bit... No, see, I don't like the way that looks. That's too much brown to me. I think that one works the best. I need something to put behind my picture, so I think I might do something with these two. Okay, so that, and yes, okay. So I'm going to get this out of the way. Just going to get started on this. So I'm going to use this crazy yellow pink pattern, which I really love, and I'm going to use some of this brown wood grain from Cosmo Cricut. This is from the Cosmo Cricut Nutmeg. This is the maple paper. I really love this brown wood grain, and we're going to use this. So I am going to cut. I'm going to use this as my photo matting. So I'm just going to tape this down. It's my trusty pink gun, HEG gun. I would love to hear what you guys' favorite adhesives are because I am stuck in an adhesive rut. And I use the same adhesives all the time. And as much as I love glossy accents, it does seem to get a little gross sometimes, and like I have a clog problem with it, but not just that, but when I use it on layouts I can see it sometimes, like the paper gets warped. So if you have any favorite adhesives, I'll leave a comment below and let me know because I would just love to try them out. So here I am hand cutting out this photo mat because that's what I do. I am huge on hand cutting. You don't have to hand cut. Get out your paper trimmer, it's fine. I personally like to be a little off and not perfect because that's me. So that is the picture of me as a child on this brown wood grain base. Now, there's one tool that I did not mention in the video because I just found it. I've had this for a while. It's the Close But To My Heart. It's a distressor for edges, and if you see me in some of the videos, I use my scissors. And I hope I'm in camera here. Let me just double check. Yes, I am. I am in camera. I'm going to use this to distress the sides without cutting it apart like I do with my scissors. So there we go. I just want to give it a little bit of texture. I don't want it to be like a complete straight unfinished edge. That works well. It's gonna be cute. Okay, so I'm gonna have my picture here. Maybe over here. Let's make that. Works well. So this is gonna be my picture that I'm using. It's me as a child, and now I have all of this, you know, crazy colorful space over here. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to paint out some of this pattern paper so I have a little bit of a working space with it. So I'm going to use this vanilla acrylic paint because it's a very neutral color. It's not too light and it matches the colors in here. I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to eyeball where I'm going to put my picture. So my picture's going to go, we're going to say right here. So, let me see. I'm just going to take a pencil and we're going to say that some pictures right there. I want to know where to put the paint, so I'm going to use this. And I'm just going to do whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have nice lines. It's, you know, to me it's all about being artsy. Now you see with these cheap paint brushes you get yucky paint brush pieces in here, so such is life. There we go. Let me switch to a different paintbrush here because that one is just falling apart for my eyes. Okay, I'll use this one. I'm just going to make like a great spot to just add journaling or embellishments, and so they don't get lost in that pattern paper. So you just can quickly block out some of that color and design. Even though I love it, I love this paper. It's just a good technique to do. You don't want it to be like blobby, blobby, blobby. You want it to be just like a wash over a part of it. So something like that. And I do like some of the brush strokes showing. Gives a little bit more texture, I suppose, right? Okay, and it's good enough. Okay. Okay. So we have that. We have this little bit of whatever going on now. You're probably wondering, what am I going to do? What's the next step? How are we going to make this work? So we have that. Now I'm just going to pull some embellishments here and try to pull it together, basically. And now that I've made a mess, pretty much. That dries pretty fast because I did such a dry coat of it, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. That work better standing up. Right, I'm just deciding, like, in my videos people are like, how do you scrapbook so fast? It's processed to go fast, so there are moments like this where I'm like, oh, what should I do next? So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm deciding what to do next to make this work. And right now what I would do is I would go to my stash of scraps and start building up on this picture, but we are not working with that stuff today. We're only working with what we have. So right now I'm just deciding what I need to do here to make this work. So I pulled this paper. It's that lined paper. This is also by Cosmo Cricket's Odds and Ends sampler, and it's like that pillow ticking look. I'm gonna use that, and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna glue it down. This adhesive is very sticky, so once you put it down, you best be sticking to where you put it down, because it'll rip the paper up pretty bad. So I'm going to cut this much off because I'm going to use my border punch, and I'm going to punch out that bottom to make it look a little pretty. See, hand cutting is not so bad with lined papers because you can just follow the line. This is too much over here, so we're just going to cut it down. There we go. And now that I'm going through my kit and I'm using things, I'm having scrap papers, so we're going to save every little bit and piece. Don't throw away anything because we're going to use those. Pardon me, I'm coughing all over you guys. Yeah, so save every bit and piece. Don't throw away anything. Put them in a little basket, a little bucket, a little bag. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to punch edge now. Sometimes my punches don't come out perfect, but I like imperfections, so that does not bother me. We have that. Okay, now I like that better because it's not just the brown in this, it's got something else going on with it. So that works for me. This is a sassafras thing. I like the way that looks actually. I'm just going to try out different things here, see what works, but I'm going to adhere this down. Adhering that down right there. I'm so sorry. Ugh, I can't stop coughing. I'm just deciding what I want to add to this to make it work for me. I think that pull in some of these blues going on here. These are just my sassafras mixed sweet treats. This is from the, I think this is from the Indie Girl collection. No, this is from Mix and Mend, I think. Doesn't say, but I like the colors in these. So I'm just fiddling around with these things here. That's what I do. I move things around. I play with things constantly to see where I want to put them. Nothing is ever permanent. I rip papers. I'm so bad. You know, this is the way I work. This is my technique. But it works for me. So, I'll put some washi tape right there. Normally I'd put date tag on here, but I don't know the exact date this picture was taken because I am said to be, of course, in the way early 80s, because I am 32, so I don't know. I know that it was like maybe 80, but as far as the exact date, not sure, so I'm going to skip that part, even though it's something I like to add a lot in my layouts. These are my photo tabs that I really love. It brings a little bit of that old scrapbooking style to your new scrapbooking. I like using these. These are craft paper color because this kit has a lot of that crafty brown in it. I'm just going to add those onto your layout. I'm trying to think. I think what I'll do is I'll put my title down, because when I put my title down, I feel like everything comes together better after that. So these are the Pebbles Craft ones. I'm going to just do something simple here for the sake of this video, so we're not taking all day, but just gonna put a simple title on here. Now when it comes to titles, I always have a problem picking a title out. So if you guys have a hint or trick or tip that you like to share with me about that, let me know, because I'm bad with titles. And then when it comes to journaling, I know I can journal something about the picture and I kind of run amok, and sometimes I'm like, what did I write? But it comes together eventually, but not the way I envisioned it most of the time. So I'm just gonna get this going here. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to take a ruler and line this up and have it running perfect, you can. I rather not. I rather just have things naturally flowing on my page, because no one is perfect, so that's what I say. So just do it whatever way you want to do. This is the way I do it. I'm having a problem getting this piece. Now I might have to go back and use some adhesive to glue some of these down, because I always have a problem with my letters popping up. And when I'm looking through scrapbooks that I made in the past and I see letters falling off, oh, I get so upset. But what can you do? Just go back and glue them. And I use a glossy accents, because I feel like that's a really strong adhesive. stuff doesn't come off your hands for days. I'm just moving these letters over because I've realized that if I keep going on with this word, I'm gonna be putting letters on top of my little face. So we're just going to move these over. Now, if you're using thickers, I would not recommend putting them down right away, because they are really adhesive-y and don't pull up very easily. I've learned my lesson with those. So E, oh, am I gonna do it? Up too close. So move this one over. It's okay. Sometimes I overlap them too. I like the way that looks. Looks kind of fun. So I'm just going to press that down. Now I feel like I can work better with that title on. You have the title on. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to build up some kind of embellishment cluster down here. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to do it, but I think I'm going to use half of this butterfly. And I think I'm going to put it like right there. I'm just going to build up an embellishment cluster here. I don't have a thing for my rub-on, so I just use whatever tool I have, because these rub-ons are pretty good. I got these at Hobby Lobby. Somebody had asked me where I got these butterflies. I got them at Hobby Lobby. I think it was in the scrapbooking section. And I'm not big on like glittery things and butterflies, but I really like these because they look like real butterflies with just the extra glitter on them. So I bought them, and I've used them quite a bit in my layouts. I like them. And so yeah. That's that. These have to be adhered down. There are different kinds of photo corners. These ones have to be adhered down. They come in a plastic bag. And then the ones that come in a box, I believe, and they have adhesive on the back. So you've seen me use those, the black ones on the sheet. Those have adhesive on the back, so you don't need to glue them down. But these ones are the old school ones, and they need to be glued down. So it's just okay. Now I'm going to build up some kind of cluster over here. My stuff. I think that. Using my washi tape here and there. So let's see. I think that I may, no, I'm not going to use my scissors. It's too big. Tuck that one in up there. Use this guess like half of this journaling spot. Don't know where I put it. That way I could put a little bit of a date on there, like at least the year or who's in the picture, something like that. I don't want to use all of my embellishments. I'm starting to realize I didn't pull that many for my kit. I think that I'm going to punch some hearts out with my trusty heart puncher. Try. I'm actually, that doesn't work. Try that. You got these cute little hearts. Cut them out of this little brown Martha Stewart label because I like that. I can cut this one, use it on my layout somewhere. I still need to cut this strip off. I will eventually. Sometimes I put them in my album without putting them in there. They don't fit very well, and then I freak out. But that's just me. I just put this up here on the edge. So something I like to do, I like to put the washi tape on the top edges. This is looking a little jumble, but it's coming together. Get some more blue down here. I don't want to. There's good, just like that. I think what would be fun right now would be some confetti sorts, just to bring it together a little bit. Keep that, because we're going to use that. If you do wind up using your punch, keep it, because it's fun. I'm going to start gluing down some of this here. Let's see, this is clogged today. It is. just going to glue these down randomly. It's almost like splattering paint on a layout. Just a little bit of randomness here and there. I think it looks good. Just gonna put them everywhere. Probably gonna go crazy with these because I like the way it looks on the layout. I'm gonna punch some more actually. Down these guys before they come off of here. So, as you can see, you can really control and control the background, pattern paper background, with some paint and embellishments. It's not that hard to do, I guess, because there are a lot of pattern papers out there that have crazy patterns, and they can't even be cut, like you can't even cut them, so I don't understand what you were supposed to do with them, but yeah. I mean, I was in a scrapbooking store the other day, and I saw the most craziest pattern paper, and I thought, so maybe I should buy that pattern paper and use it in the video, but that was putting myself on the spot too much, because it was outrageous. It was like black with, I think it was from the Authentique new line, I'm not sure. It was black with yellow and pink, and it was like crazy. Just don't understand how you can use that, but I guess you can make it work somehow. But I feel like when you have those pretty papers, you are in the store and you buy them because of the pattern, and then when you get them home, you don't know what to do with them, and then you wind up cutting them up. So I don't know. Because, you know, like with this one, I bought this one because I really love the pattern in the back, and my initial intention was to use it that way, but it's been sitting in my stash forever because I was afraid to use it. I was like, how do I use this one? Because it is a little bit busy. So this is coming together good. Just making a little bit of a flow with this, like going off. It's not a very busy layout because this is busy enough with this background. We're just gonna get a few more of these dots and then call it a day. Some journaling. Let me see. You can see I've got a few over here. Sorry, that was my phone. Got another one right here. That's okay. So now I'm just going to do some journaling. Pen. I'm going to use this trusty black one. I'm just going to write a little something. With journaling, some of you guys don't journal on your layouts. I never used to journal on my layouts, and then I felt like they were missing something. What you could do if you don't want people to read your journaling is I've seen that people have put it on the reverse side. That's fine. And then you have your title being the star of your layout. But I don't mind sharing a little bit of a story with people when they're looking through my album. A lot of you don't like your handwriting, and you would rather type it. That's fine too. But I've come to like my writing. I can deal with it. Just a little something about, it could be about the picture, it could be a story relating to the picture, just a little thing about whatever. So I just wrote a little story. I wrote, the baby of the family born on December 20th, 1979. My mom told me that my brother and sister had fights over me whose room I would sleep in. Named after my Aunt Pat, looking like my dad, my nickname will always be Patty Cakes. So that's me, because that's what everybody calls me, even now that I'm, you know, 32 years old. I still get that. People like call me Patty Cakes. So I think that I'm gonna go for some splatters here, because I cannot do a layout without splattering. So I'm just gonna get a big glob, and I'm just gonna go for some splatters. Get some on the crafty paper. I don't mind that at all. These are big globs that are coming out, but that's okay. I think that's enough splatters for now. And then I think I'm going to do one more thing before I say that I am done. This still works. Okay, I'm going to put an outline around this layout with this white galaxy marker. This wasn't in the tool, what I showed you, what I pulled together, but I'm actually don't like the way that looks. Don't like it. Let's do this instead. Let me test this out before I... There we go. That's what I want. Nice line around this, won't hurt. Do some journaling over here. Not sure the exact dates, we'll just put 1979. And there you go. So that was one of my techniques, just using the pattern paper and some paint to mellow it out a little bit, so you can put your title, your embellishments, and your journaling. And it pulls together pretty well when you do it like that. And then you can just use your favorite pattern paper for your layout. So I hope that this has inspired you to use a bold print in your scrapbooking. And if you follow this challenge and you make a layout, post it onto the Ning site, share it with us, because I'd love to see what you are creating alongside with me. So thank you for watching, and I'll be back with video 2 of the workshop. And be sure to go over to the Ning site. I'm going to have some challenges going, some things going, little things going, some chats, and I will be seeing you all soon. Bye.